The afternoon sun hung low over Briar Creek, casting long shadows across cracked sidewalks and faded brick buildings. Kids were walking home from school, some laughing, some dragging their backpacks as if each step was heavier than the last. Among them was 14-year-old Malik Turner, a quiet black boy with hopeful eyes and a worn-out folder he held close to his chest. Malik didn't talk much, but he dreamed loudly, dreams of becoming a lawyer one day. His mother, Judge Evelyn Turner, had raised him alone ever since his father passed away from a heart condition 2 years earlier. Their small home was filled with books, case files, framed degrees, and pictures of Malik winning school debates. Everything about their house said education, discipline, and dignity. But outside their home, the world wasn't always kind. As Malik turned onto Ridgeway Street, he noticed the same police car that always seemed to circle the neighborhood. The car slowed. 2 officers sat inside. They didn't smile. They didn't wave. They just watched. Officer Barnes nudged the younger cop beside him. "There he is again," he muttered. "Kid walks like he's hiding something." "Let's check him," Officer Rhodes replied. The police car rolled to a stop. Malik felt his heart squeeze, but he didn't run. His mother had taught him that running only invited trouble. "Hey," Barnes barked, stepping out. "Come here." Malik swallowed hard and approached slowly. "Yes, sir," he said, trying to keep his voice steady. "What are you carrying?" Barnes pointed to the folder. "My school debate papers." Barnes snatched the folder from Malik's hands, flipping through it. His eyes narrowed at the legal case summaries Malik had copied from his mother's law books. Well. "Look at this," he laughed. "You playing lawyer now?" Rhodes smirked. "Gonna defend yourself when you finally get locked up?" Malik's chest tightened. "I didn't do anything. I'm going home." "Oh?" Barnes mocked dramatically. "Going home to your lawyer, Mommy?" Malik hesitated. "My mother is a judge," he said quietly. "So I'd like that folder back, please." The 2 officers laughed so loudly that it echoed down the empty street. Barnes leaned in close, grinning. "Your mom's a judge? A judge in this neighborhood? Boy, don't lie to us." Rhodes shook his head. "What next, huh? You gonna tell us the mayor's your uncle?" Malik's eyes glistened, but he held his ground. "I'm not lying. Her name is Evelyn Turner." Barnes's smile faded. Judge Turner was a familiar name, a respected one, a strict one. But neither officer believed Malik. "Oh, so that's what we're doing now?" Barnes said loudly. "Name dropping so you don't get questioned?" He grabbed Malik's wrist. "Hands behind your back." Malik panicked. "Wait, please, I didn't. Stop resisting!" Barnes shouted, even though Malik wasn't resisting at all. Rhodes stepped closer, his hand resting on his taser. Several neighbors stepped outside, watching silently, knowing better than to interfere. Malik's heart pounded and his throat tightened. A voice trembled from him. "Please." "I didn't do anything." Barnes shoved him harder, pressing his face toward the patrol car hood. "What? Your mom's a judge?" Barnes mocked cruelly. "Sure, and I'm the president." Rhodes laughed, shaking his head. "These kids always make up stories." Then, a voice cut through the street. Firm, sharp, powerful. "Yes, I am." Everyone froze. Footsteps echoed. Judge Evelyn Turner walked toward them, heels clicking rhythmically, her black judge's coat draped over her arm, her gaze fierce enough to silence even the wind. She had just returned from court when she saw her son being restrained. Her presence was thunder. Barnes instantly released Malik. Judge Turner," he stuttered. "We were just assaulting my son in broad daylight." Her voice was calm but loaded with controlled fury. Rhodes swallowed. He matched a description." "Oh?" She stepped closer, her eyes sharp. "A description of what? A child walking home with school papers?" No one spoke. Malik clutched his folder, breathing shakily. Judge Turner turned to him gently. "Are you hurt?" Malik shook his head, tears finally spilling. "I just wanted to go home." Her jaw tightened. She turned back to the officers. "Tell me, did he threaten you? Raise his voice? Try to run? Anything at all?" They remained silent. "Then why," she pressed, "was he being physically restrained?" Rhodes stepped forward. "Ma'am, with respect, this neighborhood has a high crime rate. We need to be cautious." "Cautious," she repeated slowly. Yet where is your caution when it comes to your assumptions? Barnes tried to speak, but she cut him off. I am filing a formal complaint. Body camera footage better not be lost. The street was silent. Neighbors watched wide-eyed. Judge Turner placed a steady hand on Malik's back. Come, son. They walked toward home. Malik didn't speak for several minutes. His breathing was uneven, half relief, half devastation. When they reached their front steps, he sat down, wiping his eyes. Mom, he whispered, voice cracking. Why do they always look at me like I'm guilty? Judge Turner knelt beside him and held his hands. Because the world still fears what it doesn't understand. And some people use authority instead of compassion. But listen to me, Malik. She lifted his chin. You do not shrink for them. You do not bow. You do not break. He closed his eyes, tears sliding down his cheeks. But it hurts, he admitted. I know, she whispered, and that's why you must become what they are not. He looked into her eyes. You must become the man your father hoped you'd be. And one day, when you stand in a courtroom wearing that robe, you speak for the ones who were never heard. Malik inhaled deeply. A fire, small but bright, lit inside him. I will, he said. I promise. Years later. The courtroom was silent. A young man in a sharp suit stood before the bench, speaking with calm conviction. His voice was steady, confident, commanding. Was defending a teenager who was wrongfully accused, another boy who the world assumed was trouble simply because of where he came from and the color of his skin. Judge Evelyn Turner watched proudly from the gallery. Her son, Attorney Malik Turner, had kept his promise. Moral of the story, prejudice can silence voices. But courage teaches them to speak, louder. Sometimes the world tries to break you, but strength is born from the struggle, and justice is strongest when delivered by those who once needed it most.